It's TGI Now time, back again in the K420 studio discussing real authentic truth talk, freedom of speech, and living in the now. Freeing your mind.
One episode at a time. Shit, we trying.
Boom.
All right, what's going on?
Yo,
Back in the house.
How was your week,
Gentlemen, everything's good, man.
Yeah.
Got the house to myself for a minute.
Yeah, nice. I
Beautiful.
saw that. I saw park. I saw fucking Dell's Jeep fucking parked right in the front. I said, holy shit.
Right in the front. I said, ain't nobody
Hell
here.
yeah, hell yeah. He pulled that motherfucker right up.
I said, I got to do it for
Hell
Eddie.
yeah. I took your parking spot straight, so I just make a U-turn.
The K420
Yeah,
studio.
man. It's a studio, man.
Yeah.
So, how was your week, guys?
Good, man.
Can't complain.
Yeah.
I can. It fucking sucked. I gotta tell you, bro.
Bidenomics.
I'm gonna put it out there. Fucking Bidenomics. No, bro. I'm telling you, I made under $100 today.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, I mean, I'm a shop, bro, that sells
God.
fucking cannabis. Like, what the fuck?
Yep.
You know, it's just crazy, bro. People aren't spending money. Even my older people that come in for the oils and their gummies, they're gone, bro. I don't see them anymore. And it's because they're on a fixed income. I dig it. You know what I mean? But fuck.
Everything's going up.
Everything is fucking, you know, I mean, shit. It's scary out there for a business owner today. I'm telling you, because I'm thinking about I may have to fucking punch a clock, which is something I really don't want to do. You know what I mean? Get fucking plugged back into the matrix. Holy shit. I don't have any clothes. I've only got gym clothes.
So I ain't got no clothes like that no more.
Well, Rondell was saying something before the podcast, too, about why. You know,
It's you got to think about it. Now it's like, even as a shop owner, before you spend money now, it's like,
you be buying product.
damn. I got to grab this before that, this, rent, blah, 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 more product, blah, blah, like, people owe me. Yeah. It's crazy, right?
It is.
Got an employee, you know what I mean?
Right?
That's kind of like depending on me.
I had that happen with me.
I got employees.
I had a client that owed me money for like over a month.
I had to fire the cleaning lady and tell my employee to clean, and now she's cleaning. Thank God, she's kind of manic. She likes to clean.
Yeah,
but
you have to adjust.
Yeah, I had to get rid of the cleaning girl. She was nice. Brazilian girl used to come in on Saturday mornings at 5 and stay there till like 11, bro. 6 hours of straight cleaning. You know, now I had to. The girl that I got now is doing it, but you know, it's just getting nuts. You know, people aren't spending money. People are afraid, like you said. People are afraid, and even myself, like I'm big on this new team. I like fucking around with little cheap bullshit, right? Yeah. Get rid of my little shopaholic fucking disease there. And I haven't even been hitting pay.
No.
You know, like
slapping it in the cart and just looking at it.
Looking at, you know, I would hit pay, like not get too fucked. So I haven't hit pay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not really stuff that I need, but it's just, you know, just that is telling me that people are feeling the same way.
The squeeze. It's the squeeze.
You know, the squeeze of that extra money. You know, I'm feeling the squeeze because they're feeling the squeeze, and we're feeling the squeeze because of this Bidenomics shit. You know, build back better. You said it before we opened up the podcast, and you know, it's funny. I was watching on Facebook. I seen a post. A Build Back Better, and it's just like an outside toilet.
Yeah.
You know, like that's what it is, and that's what he's done. He's created a shithole of this country.
Yep. Oh, yeah, that was all
that money's going to Ukraine and, you know, fucking Israel. You know, I mean, this is shit that we really need to stop, you know, and even like this thing with Trump, right? I was watching today. I like to watch the news on Tuesdays to get kept up, you know, and, you know, like he got this gag order. And he really can't talk, I mean, because they will put him in jail, and that's what they want. So he's smart.
Oh, yeah.
But you said it. He went to New Jersey, a fucking liberal state.
Wildwood, New Jersey.
Wildwood.
A beach town.
And 100,000 people showed up. And that's not even saying how many people fucking wanted to go, but got stuck in traffic or whatever.
They closed part of the city down.
Oh, my God, bro.
I used to go to Wildwood as a kid for summer vacations, and that place is not very big.
Bro,
and it ends, when you get into Wildwood, it ends in the crest. So
And
you have to turn around and go back.
I reiterate, I'm not a Trumper. I like his policies, you know. Like, you know, I got a friend who's, I don't know what the fuck she is, but, you know, it's like she's saying, well, you know, he's a racist, he's part of the KKK.
No,
now she tells me that Melania was part of fucking Epstein's escorts.
No, my
I'm like,
God,
holy
are you
shit,
kidding me?
I swear to God, dude.
Oh my God.
I'm like, these fucking people, where they get this from?
I don't know.
A smart chick, bro. I don't know where the fuck she gets this from. It kills me.
Melania's Epstein.
Melania was one of Epstein's escorts, and that's how Trump met her. I'm like, get the fuck out
Oh my
here.
God, that's
So,
well, because well, again, everything's backwards, so everything's flipped upside down.
But it's not that; is that people
that's cool.
actually believe it.
Well, because they want this to happen to them. They want it. That's that. Remember,
I mean, Biden was shown with Congressman Byrd, right? With that he did his eulogy, and we know that he was the leader of the KKK.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, this is fucking obvious.
Yeah.
And you're saying the other guy is... I mean, what are you guys doing? Are you looking in the mirror and seeing Trump instead of Biden? When the real perpetrator is fucking Biden?
Well, that's how they got it set up.
Yeah.
It's like the Matrix.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly
Make them
right.
see what they did. Yeah.
What they want to see.
Exactly.
Telling lies to your vision, man. Hear that podcast. That was a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's exactly what it is that they have to they are being shown what they want to see, so they're agreeing with it. They're agreeing with it that, oh yeah, Melania was an escort, and oh my God, and Trump is this and that, and they don't do the research. They just believe what they're shown instead of going to research like I did and dig deep.
Like we did,
Yeah.
because Trump, I could tell you, he ain't no perfect man.
No, well, of course
You know what
not.
I mean? But I can tell you, a lot of the shit that they put on him was already proven false.
Exactly.
Russia.
Exactly.
The fucking the phone call to Ukraine.
Yeah.
All this bullshit.
Yeah.
Right, that you fucking people believed.
Mm-hmm.
Now the rape, and he did this, and he raped little girls.
No.
And,
It's all bullshit.
it's all bullshit.
lies.
It's Biden fucking
all lies.
perpetrating his life, and he wants to throw it on fucking Trump, and you're believing
And that's
it.
a narcissist.
It's a fucking
So the
what that is. It's an optical illusion. They're fucking switching shit, and people are so fucking ignorant that they don't fucking see it.
No, well, it's just, and again, like Rondell said, it's the programming. The programming goes deep. Remember, these people are so injured and so far gone and so damaged that they believe it, so they want to see something bad happen to them.
Shit.
Oh, you can't. That's the extra one. Yeah, they're so damaged and so scorned that they want to believe that that's true. They want him to see him go because their guy is fumbling and bumbling and falling apart, and they're like, well, this guy's got to go to jail. Something's got to happen to him. There's no way he's going to be able to run for president. Like you said, it's too big to rig at this point. You thought you thought the crowds were big in 2020. I mean, I was talking to Kelly.
This guy's in court, and he's up by 10 points in Georgia.
Well, because
He didn't even campaign in Georgia. He's in court in New York.
Yeah.
And he's up by 10 points in Georgia.
And like
fucking Biden can't get 500 people to his rally.
Exactly, and like I told you, this is part of the operation. This is why he had to lose, because they had to show it. They had to show you. They can't tell you. They have to show you. That's the bottom line.
Well, obviously. But why aren't people seeing it then?
Well, because those people are damaged. They're damaged, and they're part of the matrix. Like Rondell said, they can't break the program. They can't crack it. You cracked the program, and you were like, wait a minute. You did the research. You did the work. You did the inner work too.
Right.
They're not doing the inner work. Everything,
not doing anything.
everything is on the outside of them. It's not within. Remember, everything starts within, and how you feel inside is how you're going to project what you feel on the outside. So you have to clean that inside up and realize that, look, we're all here for a purpose. We're all here for a reason. Like I told you before the podcast, we're chosen to witness this collapse, this whole reality come to a crumble, the matrix collapsing, like we said last week in the podcast.
You know what I think the real problem is? A lot of people get flashes through life of, like, something's off.
Yeah.
Everybody gets it. And it's like your choice to bite onto it and say, because I remember Eddie was like that. I used to try to explain stuff to you, and you would be like, oh, Rondell, come on, bro. Come on.
But let me tell you why real quick.
No, just let me finish.
Yeah.
But it's like, I would try to explain stuff, and they'd be like, oh, come on, man. I'm not thinking about that right now. Like, come on, man. I'm not really thinking. All right. I let it go. We keep going. Then one day something hits you, and it says, holy fuck.
Something ain't right.
Something isn't right.
Exactly.
And I'm going to tell you why.
And then you bite it, and you say, you keep on to it. You don't let it go. Some people say that shit.
You know what had me blind?
Exactly.
I was distracted.
Yeah, and that's exactly what it was, because that's why you were saying
That's
that.
what I'm saying. People's distractions are what
because
keep
when you
people
were talking
comfortable.
to me, I mean, you're like my son. You know, I'll listen
Yeah.
to anything you say. So when you would talk to me at work and we would, hey Ed, man, and you would get into your little conspiracy stuff,
yeah.
I'm thinking about, I got to catching up.
Right?
You understand? When I say I got to
right.
catching up, that means I got to catch a customer.
Yeah.
You know, so I got to get an up.
Yeah.
And it wasn't nothing against Rondell. Like,
No.
come on, bro.
But you're-
Like if he was telling me like his stomach is fucked up.
Yeah,
or,
he's
then
on
I'm
it,
like, okay,
yeah.
then I'm on it. Okay,
Yeah.
Rondell, what's up? You want me to take you to the hospital?
Yeah, yeah.
At that point, but. To me,
When I was just- yeah.
not that it was nonsense, it was conspiracy, like something that
Yeah.
really I don't have the time for. But what happened, like he said, and I'm going to tell you where it happened. It happened on the 17th Street Cureleaf, the little shop.
All right, yeah.
All right,
Next to Dagwood?
right when we were when Trump was getting impeached,
Yep.
right? Something clicked inside of me, bro, that I started seeing the truth.
Exactly.
Because when I first saw it, I think I saw it on CNN.
Probably, yeah.
Okay, and then I switched it over to Fox, and I started watching Fox.
Yeah. You were going back and forth.
And I was
Yeah.
going back and forth.
Exactly.
Because
You were
what they were
comparing.
doing,
You were comparing.
but they were opening my eyes.
Yeah.
And then boom, this guy pops his head into my fucking shop. You don't have to wear a mask because he popped it. He didn't walk in. He popped his head in.
4 years ago.
Hey, do you have to wear a mask? No. Come on in. Kelly. We dabbed up. We fucking smoked some really good dab. We fucking became the best of friends. We're still, this podcast.
Yeah.
Right? What happened? He was telling me things that I already knew, but I didn't know how the fucking words for it. And I've said this several times in the podcast because that's what's happening to people.
Yes.
A lot of people are awake, but they don't realize it. Like they think they're in a daze.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
This seems so unreal. What's
right.
going
It's
on?
surreal to them.
Yeah.
Like, no, how
this
can this be?
possible?
But they're
Right.
awake.
Yeah.
But they just need to learn the way.
Exactly. It's all
You
it
see?
is. Yeah, that's it.
John, you taught me the way.
It's called-
right.
Yeah.
You taught me the way. I always say that. You know, you taught me the way. You taught me things that I knew, and you put meaning to it.
Yeah.
Like holy shit.
It's a
Because I
trick.
would tell you, John, because I would say things to you, and you would say that's this,
Yeah.
and I would say, oh, what's that? And then you would explain. I said, yeah.
Yeah, it's a trigger. You trigger triggers.
Then you told me
It's like
the
Thor.
first day I met him. He said, "Bro, watch this movie. They Live."
Yeah.
First thing he told me. So what I do the next day in the shop, I watch the movie They Live in the shop.
Yep.
My eyes are again awakened.
Yep.
I'm like, holy shit.
Yep. Yeah.
You know, he comes back. I can't wait for him to come back and tell him I saw the fucking movie.
Right. Well, it's just
Remember how excited I was?
Yeah, yeah, and the part of that is again somebody else helping to trigger you. So then, like today, I was listening to the book, The Voice of Knowledge today, just to go back and
I
listen.
listen to it periodically.
Yeah,
myself.
because you have to go back, and that's what you do. See, these people that you're talking about that aren't seeing it, they don't go back. They only keep going forward. They don't look back to the things that go. Wait a
I
minute.
don't
that
even
doesn't
think
make
they go forward. I think they staying still.
Well, they stand still, but they all they want to do, like Rondell said, is say like something's not right. Like this doesn't feel real. Like
But
something's wrong.
They
Here.
turn right back around and go back in the house.
Exactly.
And say, oh, no,
Yeah.
forget it.
Yeah.
I like my.
I like my comfort.
That's one thing I
Okay.
picked up the second time I watched The Matrix because you told me to watch it again.
Yeah.
That's that Neil Patrick Harris kept saying. Some of these people are so comfortable in here that even if you turn it off,
Yeah.
they'd want to go right back in.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true. It's so true.
And when he said that, I was like,
Yep.
there are people, because I've spoken to some people, and when you tell them something and it hits their brain, it's
Yeah.
like that you could tell you triggered something,
Yep.
and it's like fuck, and they're just like, oh no,
They don't want to hear it.
I don't want to talk
Can
about
I
it.
tell you something?
had
I don't
enough.
think I don't think people want to know things.
No.
Like,
That's
it's
what it
like
is.
this. I'll give you an example. My first wife, Maria, she passed away.
Yeah.
She had AIDS, right?
Yeah.
Now, for
Thanks-
a long
thanks,
time,
Fauci.
yeah. For a long time, I thought I might have had it.
Yeah.
I didn't get tested.
Yeah.
I didn't want to know.
Exactly. There you
Okay.
go. Yeah.
I didn't want to know because of the fear, right? So the example, that's what's happening to people. By the way, I found out I don't have it. She ended up,
You're still here.
yeah, I'm still here. This was 30 years ago. But what I'm saying to you is that she, people today just don't want to know because they're afraid that they believed the lie.
Yeah.
That they weren't, that everything that they believed was a lie. And that scares the fucking shit out of them.
Absolutely.
And these are the people that we need to wake up.
Yep.
These are the lions that are sleeping.
Yep.
Okay, because you got sheep that you will never fucking turn, bro.
I want to wake up people that'll get mad at the fact that
Those are fucking lions.
that's what I want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are the lions,
I only
bro.
want to wake up those.
Fuck them sheep, bro.
Yeah, sheep.
Because
You gonna tell them? They gonna realize it was
you
a
don't
lie?
understand. There's
Go the
people
other way.
out there. There's so many sheep.
Oh yeah.
So many who believe it in their hearts. Like we know for a fact this is what's happening. They believe it in their heart.
That's
They,
it.
they cannot be convinced. But the lions are the ones that are questioning, like Rondell just said.
Yeah.
They're questioning stuff like, huh? I voted for Biden. I didn't like Trump.
Yeah.
Why didn't I like Trump?
Yeah,
What did he
there
do?
you go. And what have I been saying for a while?
Yeah,
People
what
are
did he
waking
do?
up. Well, people are waking up in the morning. Each morning they're waking up. The light codes are coming in. They're starting to get all these truth downloads, and all of a sudden they're going like, "Why am I starting to think that Trump maybe he's not as bad as
I
they all
promise
say?"
anybody.
You know?
I promise anybody listening to this podcast.
This
If you
tastes
heard a clip of Donald Trump saying something crazy, go back and find the full fucking context.
Exactly.
And watch how the news played with y'all.
Bingo.
Just watch how the news played with you.
The example of the dictator.
That's a great point.
When he said, I will be a dictator for a day.
Yeah.
That's what he said, but they stopped at a day.
Yep.
And they said, I will be a dictator.
Mm-hmm.
But what he said is that I will be a dictator for a day by signing all these things against me.
Just like Biden did.
Right.
Yeah.
A dictator for a day, he said. But they took it and they put an end because that's what news does. They lie to people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Look, you know something? Even AI today. AI could fucking can do your voice.
Oh yeah.
Do your face.
Yeah, yeah.
And even do a fucking face to face.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen videos on
Pretty
YouTube.
soon, I could be someplace and talk to you on through AI on a fucking
Tupac
thing.
family in court right now for somebody using his shit. For using his name, his voice through AI.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's all.
It's crazy, bro.
It is.
It's fucking, and we're allowing it.
Yeah, and that's what's fucking with people's heads is they're starting to be like, "What is AI?" And like it's everybody's like you can change people's
Think
voices.
about what it's saying. What is AI? Artificial. The word artificial.
Nope.
Fake.
Nope.
Intelligence.
Exactly, and that's basically what we're fighting because we're fighting that because it's taking over. It's taking
But
over
it's
everything.
artificial.
Exactly.
It's something that was made. Something that's fake.
Well, it's
Fake
du-
intelligence.
It's a duplication. Is what it is.
Right.
It's a
So
duplication.
therefore,
Yeah.
it can be broken.
Yes, 100%. Yep, and it's it's a duplication of something.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about the Terminator. I'm thinking about fucking Connor now, trying to fucking blow up the fucking thing because the main box.
Exactly. It's a duplication. It's a duplication.
And what was it?
It's a replica.
What were they fighting against? This was in 1990. What were they fighting against?
Machine.
AI.
Yep.
They said AI, artificial intelligence.
Yeah, it's a replica reality. This is what we're
And
living.
here we are 34 years later.
Yep.
AI.
Yep. Yep. It's not a creation. It's a remember the creator. The creator can create the
My, our favorite fucking visitor, told us.
who Nick Novak.
Yeah, of course. All right. My favorite visitor. He woke me up with something too because he made me realize. Because I used to tell you I watch movies all the time. He said, sometimes I don't watch TV, and you were telling me I'm into movies, And then when he said that, I thought about all the movies that I saw that I really enjoyed.
Yep.
Terminator, Gladiator, and all these movies have meaning today. Gladiator, we talk about Trump giving the people the power back to the people. Terminator, we just spoke about AI.
Yep.
They
live.
hungry, Hunger Games,
They-
how they live, of course.
live, yeah.
All these movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you put a something on about Alan Watts that he did in 1988 or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. It's all there.
It was conspiracy then. They thought he was crazy.
It's not conspiracy.
It's truth.
What it was then is they knew they had time to. What it was they give us the idea, let it sink in for a little while, give the movie awards and shit, so more people watch it, and then fucking they can give it 10 years, 15 years down the line,
Soak in.
let it soak in, let people forget about it for a little bit. Then we use that plan. We already put it in your head that it's possible.
Yeah.
They have to show you
Predictive
everything they do
programming.
before.
Yep.
So when it happens, you're not so surprised that it happened. We don't need mass hysteria. We need you to be like, okay, what does my government want me to do?
Yeah, that's what.
That's what they need.
Yep.
But look, if you think about the movie The Hunger Games, remember the government will call them all, and they will all have to appear. And the government, they were guards the way they are now, except the guards, if you spoke up, they gave you a shot or they killed you, right? Same thing now. Pretty soon, if we let it, because I don't see it happening, if we let it, they're gonna fucking do just that. They're gonna fucking call us all out and tell us all you're nothing.
If we let it,
you guys lose everything that you have is gone. No bank accounts. Whatever food you have left is it.
Yeah.
Your homes, your power will be off.
Yeah.
Bro, we're gonna have to survive to the fittest. People are gonna kill each other.
bro, it's gonna go back to the what? If we let it happen, it's basically we just said, all right, I'm okay to go back to the Wild Wild West.
Though, if I'm hungry, I'm gonna go to Caps.
I knew they got something.
Yo, I had to throw that in there because I'm smoking, right? So you clean your teeth, because I just had that fucking pickle pizza, dude. You got it. It has a ricotta, the mozzarella, and it has pickles, dude. And the pickles are seasoned.
Right.
Holy fuck.
It was really
delicious, bro.
It's really good.
Caps Pizza, I mean, if you guys are looking for something different, try this pickle pizza. I've never heard of it, and I'm from New York. I fucking heard of every kind of fucking pizza.
Right.
Never a pickle pizza, bro. I mean, I thought mustard on pizza, all kinds of shit.
Mustard?
Fucking, that's how weird I've been, right?
Yeah.
Fucking pickle?
Here it is.
Bro, that shit is, look at that shit.
Look at that.
That shit is delicious, bro.
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro. I'm taking a couple of slices home.
It's good, man.
It was good. Thanks a lot, John. I appreciate you doing that for me. I really wanted to taste it, man. You're awesome, man. You guys are the best. Really are, man. Not only because you guys make great pizza, you guys are just good fucking people. Straight up. If you guys want to support a business, like I was saying before, businesses are struggling. Support Caps Pizza, support Curly, support my gym. Support small businesses. Look, Walmart, fucking Target, all these people got fucking plenty of dough. You could get the same thing through a small business. You guys are fucking Amazon. This fucking guy Bezos even richer.
Sure.
The small shops out there that could use the money, man, that could fucking trying to support their kids, putting them to college like I am. I got my kid Jared in college. Yep. Think about that. And at the same time, share the show. Take a minute and share the show. We always say, like, listen, share the show, man. We want to get out there. We want to get more explosive. We want more people to hear the truth, man.
Yep. Give them a call. 772-770-CAPS. Knocking out pizza since 1987. The pickle pizza. Go get you some pickle pizza.
Best wings in Bureau.
The wings. We had the wings tonight. So
I haven't had any wings. I just had that pickle pizza.
Yeah, they were really good. The wings were good too. They were perfect. Well done.
My meatball.
Yeah, we got your meatball too. You got your meatball, so you're good.
Yeah, man. So getting back to that though, Rondo, what were you saying? About eating, that people are gonna want to eat and shit like that.
Yeah, I mean, we're going back to if we allow that, it's going back to the Wild Wild West. Yeah. If you watch the show Fallout, like I said, that's exactly what the fuck happened.
That one I need to watch.
It's literally what the fuck happens if we allow what is happening right now to go on. Yeah, it's where we go. It's directly where we go. They're gonna start. These shelters are already built. These underground for the bombs to go off.
Yeah,
bro, this shit's gonna be fucking. If we allow this shit to happen,
if we allow it,
yeah.
We need to stand up. There's enough Patriots. Look, 100,000 showed up for Trump in New Jersey. Hey, listen, we could get it if we get 100,000 in every state, bro. No military's gonna fuck with us.
Yeah,
you understand?
True. Yeah, it's true. That's the reality of it,
We just have to stand up against these fucking tyrants, bro. These fucking traitors. Yeah, because that's what they are. They're traitors.
Well, the thing is that Trump knew that he has to get the people behind him, and that's what it takes. Because people are being squeezed. This whole thing has to affect everybody. And
but he's doing it with a gag,
bro. Without a doubt, I have no doubt in my mind that BlackRock and Vanguard are the companies that are going to sponsor Doomsday.
Yeah,
Without a doubt.
Pretty much.
Without a doubt.
I'm
It is
sure they
literally-
have their fucking shelters.
So listen. So in the show, it says the company that's getting money from everywhere. It owns almost every company in America.
On Fallout?
On Fallout,
Yeah.
it owns almost every company in America is basically sponsoring this shit.
Yep.
For the doomsday things, but every company is paying them. Every store, every maid, they're paying this company. What company is that in real life?
Yeah.
BlackRock.
BlackRock.
Yeah, 100%.
Fucking, and then they have an obligation to get a return.
And Vanguard too.
And Vanguard, yeah. So, bro, that shit's crazy, bro. And like, they literally show us. They put it right in your fucking face, dangle it right in your face, and play with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I worry about these people who don't see things. A lot of them are good people.
Yeah.
Can't take that away from
They're
you.
gonna get caught up in this fucking mess,
Yeah, they are.
and they're gonna end up fucking miserable. And
Probably a victim.
Yeah.
you know,
That's
you want to know something?
A
Even
victim.
if we got caught up in it, I wouldn't feel like a victim. You know what? I would be a survivor.
Oh no, I'd be a survivor. I wouldn't be no fucking
Yeah.
victim. I'm fine.
'Cause I will be fucking
I'm
prepared.
it's the
and ready.
Wild Wild West, like I said. If
That's what
I
I'm
already
saying.
know it.
Like, that's the difference. Like, if it happens, like if they say, so what's going to happen if it happens? Well, you're going to get fucked up too. No, because you're going to get fucked up in your head with
Yes,
fear.
exactly.
I have no fear.
I'm gonna keep it pushing.
I'm ready. I'm preparing myself.
I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Physically, with fucking arms, with fucking knowledge, ready to go.
Well, like I said before, and again, this is 4 years ago. We talked about when we met and everything, and then we ended up doing the podcast. A year later, that you had to do the inner work. You had to do the work on the inside. You had to go in. You had to go in and do the work on the inside to make sure that you're ready for this. You had to You had to clear your mind. You had to stop eating the shit. You had to stop drinking alcohol. Get off the pills. You slowly, if you go back. You slowly started to prepare yourself. Slow. You're at the dealership. Rondell's trying to tell you some stuff. You're like, nah, I need it up. You were slowly trying to wean yourself off it so you would be prepared for what was coming. This is what it comes down to. You didn't even know that you were doing it then. You had no idea. You had no clue that you were slowly preparing yourself over time.
But you know something? One thing I've always believed, and I still do, man, that I was called.
Yes.
You know, I'm not on called. I was chosen, because many are called, but few are chosen.
Yeah.
You know, I believe I was chosen. I mean, only because of my life. You know, like, I'm hope.
Yeah. Hope right there.
You understand? Like, I'm hope. I mean, I'm that guy that was sleeping on a bench. I'm that homeless guy that was, one time, and I've told you this before, that they used to put a left sneaker out, out on display, and if you took in the left sneaker, they'll take the box out, and the right sneaker was in there.
Yeah.
So one time I stole 2 left sneakers.
My little brother did that shit.
All right, because I needed a pair of shoes.
Yeah.
So here I am on the subway, sleeping on the subway. I smelled people,
You had 2 left shoes on.
But that's not me today.
No.
So I'm hope.
Yeah, you were scared then.
I'm hope. I was in fear.
You were feared then.
I lived in fear,
100%.
man. My life was, and a scared man is a very dangerous man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
That's
going to the military was a good thing, but it didn't teach me anything. 5 months later, I ended up going to prison, and I never say I was arrested. I truly don't. I always say I was rescued.
Yeah.
Because I was on my way to death.
Yeah.
Really, I was just slowly killing myself like my father and my mother did.
Yeah.
I was just following that. It was like a curse.
And you're breaking the curse. You're breaking the cycle.
That shit's real. Break
Yeah.
generational curse.
Yeah,
That shit is real.
Bam! That's
Yeah.
that right there, what Rondell just said.
That shit is real.
That's
That shit
a
is very
powerful
real.
statement right
you
there.
You have to. It's if you do not look at your family,
Yeah.
look back at everything that your family done went through,
Yep.
and try to avoid that. You life just know.
Yep.
You are destined to follow that same path.
Yeah, generational curse. That's exactly it. That's what's really happening on the planet right now, is that people are breaking that generational cycle, that generational curse. People that went through alcoholics all their lives, and now they're like, I'm
because
not
I
drinking.
can tell you, man, that devil was trying to kill me.
He was trying to kill you. Remember, I said the devil can't kill you.
Do you know that
he can only push you so
I
far?
spoke to my sister yesterday, and I reminded her, I'm going to be 62 in August. And I spoke to my sister, and I said, you remember the witch doctor that told you I was going to die at 34? And that was true.
Yeah.
Because I've been shot, I've been stabbed 3 times. They were trying to kill me before 34.
Exactly.
But what happened? That curse was broken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Something happened to me. Going to prison and I, getting closer to God, and that curse was broken.
Yes. Yes.
That's why I say I was rescued.
Yeah.
Never arrested. Arrested, yes. But I was rescued.
And you're passing it on to other people.
Yeah, today I do.
Now you pass
because
it
you
on.
can't keep it unless you give it away.
you got to
That's
give
a
it up.
fact. Yeah.
Yeah. You got to.
That's a fact.
So that's what you're doing. You're passing it on. You're passing on that knowledge. You're passing on that experience, that practice to other people every day. Every day they're coming to the gym. You're working with them. They're asking you questions. You're answering these questions, and that just out in everyday life. That's what it comes down to. I mean,
if we could just spread more kindness and love, that's all you really need.
That's all there is.
Let me tell you something. I'm a tough motherfucker. That's straight up. But I tell you this, and I say it because I want people to understand that being tough doesn't mean that you can't be kind and loving.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, I think the toughest people are the ones that are kind and loving.
Yeah.
I think those mean people are just scared.
They're scared, yeah. Like you said, a scared person
They have hate.
is a dangerous.
They have jealousy.
Because a scared person's a dangerous
envy.
person, like you
they
said.
have all those little things: envy, jealousy, hate, discord.
That's why they don't like Trump. That's why they don't like Trump.
Around me.
That's why.
That's a sad way to live.
It is. It is. But that's the two earths, though. That's the separation of the two earths. That's the difference. There's one earth where it's low vibrational. It's fear, guilt, shame, and then there's the other earth that's high vibrational. That's love, compassion, abundance. Gratitude. There's two different realities, and you choose that story.
You guys don't see this, but when we leave, I kiss Rondell and I kiss John because I love them. And
They don't kiss me on the mouth. You kiss me on the cheek.
Yeah, I kiss him on the cheek.
You gotta
I've been
clarify.
kissing Rondell on the cheeks since he was 14.
I know that's awesome.
But
man.
Something it's just my way.
No Diddy.
Yeah,
no Diddy. Vince would get a kick out of that.
yeah.
No Diddy.
Fucking Vince. He be throwing that shit. He listens a lot to like the little podcasts.
Oh
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, because you got to.
Somebody turned me on to Sean Ryan.
Sean, yeah, for Sean. Yeah, Sean Ryan's
he's
good.
pretty cool. The girl that works for me, she turned me on to Sean Ryan.
Yeah, he does a good podcast too.
Yeah.
No, that's the thing is that every little bit triggers somebody. So, like for example, like Vince, the Diddy thing could trigger him. Like, what the fuck's going on? Let me look into this a little bit deeper. Every little bit triggers
Vince
certain
is
people.
away. Vince is away.
That's what I mean. So, but it
he
triggers people. So it triggers them to look into
doesn't
things
watch
deeper.
any news. He doesn't do none of that. He
No.
doesn't even watch TV.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't watch any of it. It's all garbage.
He's more about. He listens to different podcasts. He reads stuff.
Yeah. Shit, I was listening to Behold the Pale Horse again today on my drive, because you got to go back. You got to go back and listen to the different things again. Even though you listen to it once, twice, 3 times, the more you listen, the more you see it.
I was going to ask Vince to come on the podcast.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, because he's a sharp guy. I like Vince.
Yeah. No, have him come on the podcast for sure. I'm setting up some guests.
Vince is my workout partner, guys. He's been working out with me now over close to a year now.
Pizza, yeah.
From Vincent's Pizza.
And they sponsor
they
us
also sponsor us too.
Every once in a while.
Caps has just been sponsoring us from day one, and we do Caps a lot because I don't know. It's just I guess it's loyalty.
Yeah, it is exactly. It is. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Even though Vincent's, their son is my business partner. It's just loyalty to John.
To everybody. Yeah. And that's what we have to have. We have to build that loyalty because.
But you've been going more to Vincent's now.
Yeah, I love it.
You've been supporting Vincent's now. So your sister goes there. It's a great place to eat.
Absolutely.
Just Caps is just a different spot.
Yeah.
So,
Two different vibes.
Two different vibes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Caps
the beauty
is
of
more
it.
like a place to hang out. Vincent's is a place to go take your family to eat.
Have a nice, family
nice
meal,
dinner,
Mother's
nice
Day
glass of
meal.
wine,
Yeah.
So a little bit more. I don't want to say classy.
I feel like
it's just a little
Caps is
different.
family time.
Yeah,
Vincent's is date night.
Yeah, for sure.
that's
Straight up.
Folks,
I feel like,
yeah.
real shit. I feel like Vincent's is date night, Caps is family night.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, that's why we're partners with them, and that's why these are places that have been around for a long time, and you have to support them, and that's why you said in the beginning of the podcast, the squeeze is on. I know that these places aren't as busy as they once were. I see it in all the places I go
Shit,
to.
my girl's thinking about it like I'm like, yo, we want to DoorDash some food? No, it's expensive.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're
But
right.
you see that thing.
You're right.
Think about what you're saying. It's
Right.
expensive now.
It is.
4 years ago, did we care about that?
We
I
weren't
would have spent that money without a blink of an eye.
4
Wouldn't even
years
ask
ago,
her.
my little
How does food-
shop 4 years ago made close to $500,000.
Yeah. Remember when this time 3 years ago when I got fired from the chamber and I was hanging out at your shop? I was in there helping customers all the time.
all day.
I was like, holy shit! You know,
Yeah,
we were
he was
busy. We were building.
Every time
we
we
were
walked in the shop,
there all the time
I was there every
helping
day.
out.
Yeah,
New people all the
I
time.
see the difference now. I see
When
it.
you stopped coming, I said, "You mad at me?"
I remember that. Oh man! I was like, I just need some time to myself.
I need some time to myself. I see your fucking ass every day.
I was down there a lot, dude. Yeah, but it all was by design. It happened for a reason. You know, I mean that.
Man, we would just fucking. You know what we would do? Right before the podcast started, we would say that would be great for a podcast.
Yeah,
Remember, we would say that
Oh,
that'd be
yeah.
a great conversation for a podcast.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this would be a great conversation for a podcast.
It was practice.
So it was.
We didn't
because,
record it. We
Yeah,
just did
because
it.
this podcast is not scripted at all, guys.
Yeah.
I come in off the hook. Most of us do. John will do some research, put a couple of videos on, but
Yep.
we're pretty much off the cuff. It's a conversation, just three guys. That's why we invite you
Yeah.
into our conversation, and we ask you to share our conversation with other people.
Yeah, 'cause we're-
that's all. It's just a conversation, man. You know, we're not trying to shoot news. We're not trying to, trying to convince you of anything. We're just having a conversation.
We
just point
That's
shit
it.
out.
That's
Yeah.
one thing I say to people when I have conversations about stuff, about different subject matters or conspiracies or whatever. I say, I ain't trying to convince you of nothing. I'm just telling you go
Yeah.
do the work and go
Yeah.
look.
Go look. Check it out.
I'll say go watch the movie The Greatest Show on Earth. Go watch that. Go watch the movie. Listen to Behold a Pale Horse. Go do the research. It's there for you to find. It's right there in front of you. There's no getting about it. There's more information out there than there ever has been in the history of our lifetime. For real. Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, I've been doing research with child trafficking and sex trafficking and all this shit for fucking 15, 20 years. But there's more information out there now than ever, and people don't want to see it, then that's on them.
No, because you know why? Because they're afraid of the truth. They want to believe the lie that everything is okay and like everything is fine.
What's that video I sent you? That was the New Earth video. Human beings are notoriously asleep when things are certain, predictable, and safe. That's what they're notoriously, when everything's certain and predictable. Nothing is certain and predictable right now. Nothing. And that's what's making people uncomfortable. The people are being shaken awake, and they'll be like, what's going on? Like, this isn't predictable. This doesn't feel right. I can't buy a house because it's too expensive.
But can I say something to you? Even as a child, I felt like something wasn't
Well, of course, yeah, that we all did. Of course, that's the reason why we're here, because we know that we shouldn't be paying to live on the planet. So when I was a kid and I saw people that were homeless, I'd be like, Mom, why is it like ladies living on the street? And I don't get it. Because when we came here from pure love, pure unconditional love, and then we come here and we're
But
like,
even back then, when we were kids, the homeless people were alcoholics. They were bum drug addicts.
Yeah.
Today, you have teenagers with cell phones,
just walking around,
living in the woods with their girlfriends.
Yeah.
And who knows what's happening to that girl in the woods? Like this is what's
So
going
true.
on. Parents are throwing their kids out. I don't get it.
yeah,
Like, what the fuck?
yeah, it's the collapse.
I mean.
Yeah. It's the collapse of society. It's the collapse of
the Bible speaks about that. He says that brother will be against brother, mother against father, son against daughter. It's gonna be chaos, and you're seeing it now with these children. The way they abandon their parents, the way parents abandon their children. Like, it's
They
nuts.
desensitized.
Yeah,
They
they're
desensitized
desensitized.
everything.
Yeah.
No, man, it wasn't like that when I was growing up, bro.
Now.
Let me tell you, man, that when
You can Google
I grew up
beheadings.
poor as fuck, man. But my mother, if I wasn't home at 10 o'clock, if that little bongo guy is 10 o'clock, do you know where your children are? If I wasn't home, my mother start crying, bro.
Bro, I got ass whoopings
So
outside
I got
in
the
front of my
ass whooping
friends.
out after she cried.
Nah, bro. I'm talking about I'll be out there playing, bro. And you in the moment as a kid, you're not really thinking, but then you happen to look up and you realize, damn, it's dark and the
Yeah.
street lights are on. By the time you realize that, you trying to run back. As soon as you run out, she right there with the fucking Get your ass in the house.
Yeah, because there was discipline.
Yes.
There were things that we knew. Like at 6 o'clock, I had to be home to eat. Just one of the things. I'll be back out,
Same here.
but I had to be home to eat.
Same here.
It was just the way it was in my house. It wasn't buffet style the way it is now.
Nope.
In my house, it's buffet style. My kids come in when they want, they eat, and my wife cleans up afterwards.
That's it.
You know, it's nuts. It's like we lost that unity, and you know, and society wants it. That's how come they got all this gay stuff and all this trans stuff and everything else. They're promoting it. They're promoting it to our kids. Look, nothing against homosexuals. I mean, you are what you are. You want to have sex with a man. You want to have sex with a woman. That's on you, man. You know, I don't give a fuck. Everybody got their thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All I'm saying to you is that they don't need to introduce it to our children because, look. Most kids, you know, when they were growing up, they wanted to be police officers, firefighters, soldiers. Yeah. These kids today, who the fuck, they want to be girls, you know, they want to be in swimming teams. Like,
it's fucked up, dude. But again, that's the breaking of the family unit. That was one of the things in the book Behold the Pale Horse he talks about, is to destroy the family unit, to destroy it, to just completely blow it up, to send the kids to a indoctrination camp at school. And you know, the family unit shot. Nobody sits with each other. Nobody prays with each other. None of it. It all just went right out the window. It was all by design. It was all part of this fucking operation. It was all part of it. New World Order. You know, it's just it's fucked up, man. But it's where we're at, and this is what we have to realize. But we can fix it. We can reverse it because we know what it's like to live in that world that you just described. We know because we're the last generation that understands it. So once that generation passes, the older people that are older than us that don't really care, a lot of the guys.
That's how come we got to get prepared. We got to get ready. You guys got to walk, hit the gym, eat right. You know that obesity is large in this fucking country?
Dude, it's insane right now.
It is so large. You know how many people... I don't judge people because I really don't. I was a big guy myself, right? So when I walk the beach, right, you see a lot of big people.
1 in 10 people are on Ozempic.
Big people.
That's Ozempic? 1 in 10
but
people.
Ozempic is supposed to make them thin.
Yeah, but it's 1 in 10 people. That's 1 out of every 10 person you see is on Ozempic trying to lose weight. That's how bad it is. 1 in 10 people.
Because I was going to say maybe 8 out of 10 people are obese.
Yeah, but 1 out of 10 is on a drug that could fuck you up. That makes your stomach numb that you don't want to eat. Like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, Ozempic. That's what it does. It makes your stomach numb that you don't want to eat. Yeah,
I already got that problem now.
Yeah,
I already eat late and shit.
Yeah, makes your stomach numb.
I force food down my stomach.
Well, that's because we trained ourselves to believe we didn't gorge ourselves. Yeah. Now people gorge themselves. That's all they want to do is eat. They want to eat, and then go sit down, watch Netflix, and eat, and sit down, watch Netflix.
You know something? You could sustain a whole day, 200 grams of protein, some rice.
Yeah.
And some veggies. You're fine. You don't need the ice cream. You don't need the soda. Yeah. And that's extra money that you can save.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, everything's got fucking is made by bioengineered fucking shit.
Bioengineered food, bro.
Yeah, that's all.
Artificial.
Everything.
Artificial food.
Mm-hmm. Everything. Every time I pick up something I look at it, it all says
Florida put up something now that you can't sell it here. Why was it even sold here?
Exactly.
Like, what the fuck?
I know.
Why is there a law that you can't sell it here? It shouldn't be sold. It's not real food.
All by design.
And they're not talking about vegan meat.
No.
They're talking about printed meat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How the fuck is that?
Yeah. It's printed meat.
No, man. I like my grass-fed fucking meat, bro.
Yeah,
I pay a little extra for that shit.
Yeah, man.
I do. I pay extra for my meat.
You have to. Now you have to. But that's the squeeze. That's what's happening. You're having to pay extra for meat because you don't want to eat meat that's got mRNA fucking shit in it. That's got cows being injected with crap. And then you're like, oh, I'm eating this, and then I'm getting fucking sick. I'm like, what's wrong with me? Yeah. Because it all has shit in it. That's why people are so big.
It's like back in the day, Purdue used to have fucking chicken wings this big, and the fucking little Spanish and black girls, bro, fucking big boobies, bro.
Yeah, they're all like that now. I see it all the time. The kids walking home from school, they're big kids, big people. Everything, they're just big. And you don't want to. And again, it goes back to. You don't want to believe it. You don't want to see it happen. I didn't want to believe that they were doing stuff to the kids in school and teaching them all this dumb shit. I didn't want to believe it was happening, but I had to do the research and go, you know what? This is really happening. Like, they're really setting a new world order up real fast.
And then they're doing it. They're fucking these kids up.
Big time. The mental health crisis with these kids is out of control right now, and I called it fucking 3 years ago.
That's why they could push those SRIs, man.
Yeah.
They could push those fucking sedate shit to fuck our kids up all even more.
All day long, you know. know, and that's the squeeze. We're getting squeezed. Everything is getting
Big
squeezed.
Pharma, everything, man. They're all fucking, and it's all about money. That's the sad thing.
Yep.
It's not even about lives. It's about money. They're greedy. So fucking greedy. How much more money do you fucking want?
Exactly.
How much do you need, motherfucker?
It's the power.
It's
the
enough
power.
to build what they need for when they shut this shit down.
Exactly. Yep. It's power.
They're diverting all the money to Israel, and watch, Israel is going to be the only place safe at the end of this. But you know what's crazy? Who sent that damn picture in the group with the fucking?
Oh, that was me. Yeah,
all the pedophiles that live there, bro.
They're living in Israel. Yeah, because it's a safe haven. That's what that is.
That shit's crazy.
Israel's a safe haven for
that map looked fucking insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
How?
I sent it to a client and he sent me back and he said, well, it looks like everybody that lives in Israel is a pedophile. I said, well, it's not that everybody lives there. It's a safe haven. So
that's what they do. They run their ass
there because they're protected. You know, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then all our Congress and Senates are all dual citizens of Israel. So what that tell you? That means they're protecting the fucking pedos because they're ones too, you know. And this is what it goes back to. It's all about what they've been doing to these kids. People are gonna find out they've been fucking with these kids, and it's not gonna be good, man. I've been watching these videos lately about the Pizzagate again, and I'm going back and going, man, this is not gonna be pretty because it's coming out that
I was talking to Bob today, Bob Henderson, the leader of the Citizens.
Yeah.
He's gonna come in August. He's in the hospital right now, but so, you know, our prayers go out to him. Oh, he's home from the hospital. He's got some shit. He got bit by a rat.
Oof.
So didn't get raised, but he's fucked up. He got all kinds of scabs, so we'll keep him in our prayers.
Okay.
But, you know, one of the things he told me about one of the kids that he got out of the tunnels. The kid was about 4 years old, was born in the tunnels, couldn't speak. Didn't. Everything was like there was no words.
Like
he wasn't taught anything.
Yeah. Plus, he couldn't see people's mouths because he's in fucking a tunnel. So, you know, being locked up in a dark room. That's what it comes down to. And this is happening all over the world.
But that's happening all over the world.
All over the world, brother. It's happening everywhere.
You know, if that doesn't sadden you, that these people in power know this, you know, and have allowed it. And this has been happening for years. When Trump was president too,
covering it up. But Trump was trying to stop it, though. That's the thing. That's the thing that people don't want to believe is he was shutting the border. Yeah. He signed executive orders stopping child trafficking. He signed executive orders. Anybody that's involved in child trafficking or hurting children, you seize their assets.
Two things. Well, in a way, I'm glad he lost because again, it woke a lot of people up. But if he would have won in these 4 years, it would have been so prosperous.
Well, it would have, but it would have been the same old. It would have been prosperous because remember, right before COVID, he did his. And I go back and watch these things again. He during his State of the Union address in January of 2020. It was the greatest economy in the history. There was nothing more he could do in this corrupt system. He did everything he could. With opposition. Exactly. The first 2 years were fucking nothing but a nightmare. So he did it in 4 years in a corrupt system, and now imagine what he can do if he can collapse the corrupt system. Then it'll be better than it ever was before.
Oh yeah, a lot better. And that's why the best is yet to come.
That's why I have the sign in here. It says, remember, the best is yet to come. That phrase, I learned this over the weekend, watching other videos about this, you know, what was happening in the world, is that means that statement means faith. That's what that means. The best is yet to come correlates faith. That you have to have faith that things are going to get better than they ever were before. So he showed you what it could be in a corrupt system, and now he's going to show you what it's going to be when you get rid of the corrupt system. That the people are in power.
Do you think he'll take us out of NATO?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think that's one of the things he's going to do.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He needs to.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
No doubt. Yeah.
We don't need to be part of NATO.
No, absolutely. And he was telling me
let me tell you the negative of that. The negative of that is that NATO could turn against us.
Well, yeah.
Well, we still got Space Force.
Yeah. There you go.
Space Force, I got to tell you, might have gotten a little woke since he's been gone.
Who?
Space Coast.
Space Force?
Yeah, Space Force.
Oh,
yeah.
No, I don't know. I don't know if it. I think
tell you why. I tell you why.
I think there's more higher clearance.
They have more trans military people in Space Force than any other military.
How do you know that? I never heard that. But
yeah, it's true. Look it up.
More transit Space Force?
More trans people in Space Force than any other military.
I'll have to verify
Look,
that.
yeah, verify it.
I'll do some research on that.
Yeah,
Because I don't know about that.
because I was watching that.
Because remember,
You heard it too, right?
the Air Force is now called Space Force. So if that's the case,
No,
then
but the Space Force it's like the Navy was the Marines.
yeah,
Okay, they're different now. Space Force is different from the Air Force, even though they're from the same thing.
yeah.
Remember that the
Well,
Marines
they
and the
changed the
Navy.
name of the Patrick Air Force Base. It's called Patrick Space Force Base. That's what
Oh, yeah, it's a whole nother thing. There's
But it's
Space
called-
Force. There's Space Force fucking recruiting things.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen people. They send you an email every now and then. Fucking, I get an email every now and then.
Right.
Space Force has its own fucking thing. It's its own government entity.
Okay.
It's tied in with the Air Force, but that shit is its own fucking
Okay.
entity.
Well, they changed it to Space Force.
It's just like Marines and Navy.
Okay. We'll have to look into that. But like you said, the Space Force, I think Space Force is a big, important, and again, go back to the, not the inauguration, but Trump's State of the Union in 2020, January 2020, he said Space Force, very important, and that's when he established it. It was right before COVID hit, remember that. So that's not a coincidence. Nothing is a coincidence. So he activated Space Force right before COVID, so you don't think that he didn't know what was coming?
Had to.
He had to know. See, people think this guy's like a dummy, and he just became president and didn't know what the fuck he was getting into. What's that from? The Advocate?
No. Meet the.
Okay, I'll have to look at that. Yeah. What's it say?
It says, meet the transgender Space Force rocket scientist who's unimpressed by Liv's and TikTok's attacks.
I'll have to look at that.
Okay.
But again, it's an important part of what's going on as far as I'm concerned. Whether it's elections,
the only military
integrity.
that don't allow transgender is the Marines.
Marines, yeah, I figured that.
They ain't playing that shit.
I figured that. Yeah, I figured that.
We need you
much.
100% whatever the
That's
fuck
how I
you
found
are.
out about Space Force. I was reading something about how the Marines are the last ones. The Army's letting in transgender.
Okay.
The Navy.
Yeah. Well,
The Navy's so slack now, boy. What?
Yeah.
That shit'll make you want to fight.
See, the thing is this. Look, nothing against... If a homosexual is in the Army, that's fine.
That's fine.
He's still a
Ain't
man.
nothing against you.
But when you want to dress like a woman, you're showing weakness, and I hate to say that. You're not a woman. You're a man that likes men.
Yeah.
You weren't born a woman, you were born a man. That's it. You like to have sex with other men.
Yeah,
Cool.
That's it. That's it.
All the other shit is fucking shit that they fucking put into your head. Oh, you like men, that means you're a girl. Dress like a girl.
Yeah. Well,
Delusions.
So who's the boy? If they're both girls.
yeah, that's a good point.
You know, I had a friend like that in the Navy too. And we never knew it.
Really?
We never knew, bro. I knew he was a little funny. I knew he was a little off. But he was cool. He did what he had to do. You can always count on that motherfucker. And one day, he found me on Instagram, and I was like, oh, Owen found me. I was like,
Oh, that's
I go on the thing, I'm like, bro, is that Owen? And I'm like, he's dressed as a whole girl, like whole makeup face, all of that shit. I'm like, bro, that's crazy.
I own that.
I mean, you go out to the bar with him and shit, he dressed like, he be fresh. I'm talking about fresher than the motherfucker. Got all the girls coming to you, all that shit.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, listen.
He got his own life on the side. I said, damn, bro.
I just don't get it. You know, like I remember gay people used to dress like guys, unless they were transvestites. You know, transvestites used to dress up like girls.
Yeah, that's true. This is true.
And then you even had cross-dressers that were men who just like dressing up like
Exactly,
chicks.
yeah,
They like
yeah.
to feel the stockings.
They get off on it. Yeah.
You know, they're not gay.
Yeah, they just
you know,
get
they
off
still
on
like
it.
their wives and everything else. They just like dressing and dancing like they go out dancing like a girl.
Yeah. They just enjoy it. They like it.
To each his own. You know
I
what
like
the fuck,
it.
man. But don't push it into our kids and don't push it into our military. What the fuck are you doing, Biden?
Biden, Build Back Better.
Build back fucking
It's
worse.
so funny. Like all the driving I do, like I see like Trump flags, and I see American flags all the time, and I'm like, and every time I see one, I go, I still don't see a Biden flag anywhere. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't even see a bumper sticker.
But that's again, that just shows you just the obvious, like you don't see any Biden flags. You'll see like, yeah, Biden, go. We gotta keep going. We gotta get 4 more years.
I don't want to wake up at fucking 6 a.m. and see that fucking Trump loss again.
Oh my God, right? She's too
big, too big, for
right?
real.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, people will have to say, hold on, this is bullshit now.
Yeah. I know. Well, that's why I don't think it's going to get to that point, because people are going to see it and go, wait a minute.
Whole nation need to just start driving to Washington if that shit happen. Whole nation just get on the highway and head to Washington.
Like, wait a minute.
We got a problem.
Yeah.
Bring y'all ass outside.
Right. Yeah. I got one video teed up about
we coming in.
About that too.
Throw it in.
It's too many of us for y'all.
This is it right here. This is about the military, all the people coming in over the border, what they're going to try to do. Let's put that on.
The southern border of the United States is wide open, and the federal government has been conducting a wide-scale criminal operation of flooding the country with unvetted foreigners, distributing them across the United States, and providing them with homes and financial support. The GOP's talking point has been that this is all about election fraud, but this has been happening all across the Western world for over a decade. This is something far more sinister than election fraud. The Population Division of the United Nations concerns themselves with international migration. In the year 2000, they published Replacement Migration, a solution put forth to deal with declining and aging populations. For years, we were told that this was a conspiracy theory, but now that we are seeing tens of millions murdered by the experimental shots, it is becoming more clear what the objective is. We are told that these are poor families fleeing tyranny, but there are massive amounts of healthy young men without any families. And time again, we have seen them act violently against the native population with very little repercussions from the law. As we are expecting the announcement of Disease X and another lockdown, a recent report from UK's Jim Ferguson provides a plausible explanation of what we are seeing.
This isn't normal. There's something not right. This isn't just refugees coming in. These aren't people fleeing from some kind of war zone. These are predominantly men aged between 25 and 35, young fighting-age men, as my old boss Nigel Farage once referred to them, and I think he's right. John, what do you think's going on here, mate?
So I can tell you these are UN soldiers, and they will be deployed by the WHO when they announce the next pandemic lockdown.
Didn't I say
That's what's going to happen.
That's why
they've been trained by British soldiers. Been trained by the Black Watch Regiment. They were training them in Antalya in Turkey and in the east of Ukraine. Predominantly down to sergeant ranks. They're then shipped to France. They all sign the Official Secrets Act. Then they're ferried over. If you were fleeing war and tyranny, I don't know about you, but I would certainly take my wife and children with me. They're most precious. They're my prized asset. You know, they're everything to me.
Fact.
If you're going to war, you go to war with the lads. They're going to be deployed. They will be deployed.
John, I mean, you say you've spoken to people in the Black Watch. I mean, the Black Watch are very famous, regiment.
Yes.
Are they actually going along with this?
They've got no choice. Well, I kind of said, why are you doing it? He said, soldiers follow orders. What you're going to see is the following. We'll have a minister somewhere in cabinets suddenly come up with a great idea on how we're going to get these guys to contribute to help us. And they're going to put them in uniforms. So a couple of people have told me these uniforms are burgundy. Others have told me they're UN blue. I really don't know. I guess we'll see when they deploy them. They are going to be deployed. Because otherwise, if they announced another lockdown, what would everyone say? They'd say bollocks. And they'd go about their business, wouldn't they? They're going to need armed young men in uniform to try and enforce it. Why do they import young men from the East? Because traditionally, if you want to kill and tyrannize white people, you put black soldiers in, because there's a cultural disassociation, and that's their method. That's the way these globalists are going to do it.
In America, when it was a colony of the United Kingdom, of Britain, there was a revolution against British colonial rule.
That's right.
A lot of people don't realise, but it was only 3% of those people in America that overthrew the British forces.
Listen to me, man. I'm a fucking
3% of the population, John.
I look forward to it. I'm ready. I'm ready. I can't wait because I know it's going to be the beginning of the end for them.
Yep.
I do foresee victory. I see that at very great cost. But we will see it. And people, I think the world will become closer than ever when we do see victory. It's going to come on the back of a load of bloodshed. And unfortunately, it has to. Once people of all colours come together and recognise their common enemy, we'll walk over these people in 10 minutes.
Yep.
Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
All right.
Thanks, Greg. Yeah, you were right. So that's why I had it teed up because it walked right into it.
Because the thing is that I've been saying that they're letting in these military age men.
Yeah.
Where you
They're
kids and your
getting
wife.
them with cell phones ready for fucking war.
Mm-hmm.
But if 3% could overthrow a country like Britain, 3% could fucking overthrow this country.
Oh, easily.
The tyrannous of this fucking country.
Yep.
Remember, 100,000 in New Jersey. You got millions in Florida. You got a lot of millions in these red states.
Yep.
That's enough of us to fucking shut these fucking guys down.
100%.
Texas.
Come on, bro.
Yep.
We just gotta stand up.
Yeah, that's it.
Wake the fuck up, guys, and get prepared. Get yourself fucking ready.
And like
But
Rondell
when
said,
these fuckers come, we could fight.
and like Rondell said last podcast, stay dangerous. You know,
We
we
gotta
need people
stay
to stay
dangerous.
dangerous. You
I
know.
like that.
Yep. Stay dangerous. You know, that's what it comes
That's a
down
fact,
to.
bro.
You know, that is a fact. You know, and these are truths. This is real, authentic truth talk. That's what we do. That's why we talk about this stuff. You know, the people listen and they pay attention to what we're saying, and we're not trying to convince you that this is going to happen, but we're just giving you the heads up that it's possible. You know, and this
Very
is
possible.
all 160 podcasts that we've done.
Okay, look. That guy, I never heard that guy before speak.
Yep.
And he's saying the same thing that we've been saying in this podcast for some time now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
This is happening, guys.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
I mean, this is inevitable.
Yeah.
They're sending them in here before this election. This may happen because they're seeing the landslide.
Mm-hmm.
They may activate this shit before the election just to fucking put us in our place. They're already talking about some other monkey virus or some shit, right? So you know what I'm saying, bro? They're gonna try to lock us down, and they're gonna have these motherfuckers trying to keep us locked down.
Mm-hmm.
And what's gonna happen is that we need to fucking stand up and say no, enough, enough, motherfucker.
That's it.
Boom.
That's enough. Yep.
Take them out. They're gonna take you out.
Without a doubt.
They're gonna take you out.
Yep.
I'm afraid for my life, and my governor says I could protect my life.
Yep. And like I said before, if Hillary would have won those 4 years, we'd already be we'd be well on our way to what that guy just said.
We would have been fucking begging for bread, all kinds of shit.
Exactly, and that's what I tell you about the pause. That was the pause in between. That was the break in the action that we needed.
Trump needed to get in there, like,
Yeah,
because he was.
had to.
I
We
mean, he's
would've
never
been
even been
done.
in Washington.
We'd have been done, dude. We'd have been fucking done. That was a timeline change. When
I
he,
think
we'd have been finished.
DeSantis was thinking when they approached him with his little
Globalist shit.
we want you to run all this shit. When they approached him with that, they gave him the whole plan. He knew he was, because remember the suit, same day, same video.
Yep.
I mean,
Oh, yeah,
wearing the same suit in his announcement video and his denouncing
Right.
video.
That's-
Fucking, he already knew. Fucking, only thing they did was take the tie off of him.
Yeah.
Fucking, he already knew what was going down, so he already said, "Fuck that. If it's gonna go down like this, if I know y'all playing the game like this, I'm gonna arm my people. My people not gonna be looking crazy because his family is here.
That's right.
And I'm gonna arm my people.
He's a patriot regardless.
At
Look,
the end of the day,
at the end of the day, he loves his family and he loves Florida. All right.
he just
Look,
played what he had to do. He knew what he
played
had
his
to
card
do.
because remember, he's part of a system.
He's part of the system,
That's why
and he knows what happens when you go against it.
And he did.
And he got some shit in the closet,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he knew I gotta play the ball.
Skull and Bones. He's still
You
skull
want
and
to know
bones.
something though? He did arm us though.
Yeah, no, absolutely, no. I can't complain.
just-
That's why I haven't left the state in 4 years. You know, because I don't want to go anywhere because I know
I'm staying in Florida.
Just
That's
don't
what I
go
mean.
where you can't take the gun.
exactly. You know,
I'm
that's,
good right here, man.
Your gun you can get a plane ticket for your gun.
You guys want me to stay in Florida, support my shop.
and share the show too.
And share the show.
And you're like, I got land in Colorado. I'll
Subscribe.
take all of it.
I got 5 acres out there. It's just cold as a motherfucker. in Colorado.
Share, subscribe, and
Got property in Puerto Rico too, man. Shit, may just have to go out there and live off of plantains
You
and
might
all
have
kinds
to.
of shit.
You never know.
I'm good with that.
Who knows
Fuck
what's going to come? We don't know. We're just being warned. We're just warning people. We're being warned, and we're just warning people to be prepared. You know, don't be scared. Be prepared. Have faith. The best is yet to come. That's really what it comes down to, man.
Fear won't get you nowhere, and what's coming.
Exactly.
And it won't get you nowhere. You're gonna be fucked up fucking with fear. You better move.
You better move, exactly. And that's why we built this group of
I
people.
don't think a lot of people ain't gonna like me when the shit hit the fan. It's not gonna be. It's not about it's about taking care of my people at that point. That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Anybody outside my circle, I'm
Yeah.
not.
That's
Acquaintances, I'm sorry.
No, you can't. You had. I say this to people that are
They're
in
not gonna like me.
in
I
our
don't even fuck
circle.
with people.
Well, you just have to know where people stand. You have to be able to look them in the eye and know where they stand. If you come across them during this time of chaos, is you know where they stand. Where do you stand? I don't know where. I know where you stand. I
have a love for I have a love for humans.
Yep.
But I don't like humans.
Yeah, it's a
As
tough
fucking
road.
sound as that.
Yeah,
Say it crazy as that sound.
It's a tough road to haul.
I just
man.
don't like them.
Well, because again, like we talked about earlier in the podcast, we're coming up to an hour now. They're damaged. They're damaged souls. These are damaged souls that you're dealing with
They're
on
in
a daily
different
basis.
vibration, they're in a different zone. I just don't.
You can't click. There's not a vibrational
Yeah.
match. You just answered the question. That's where it comes down to. That's the split.
I can't help nobody when shit hit the fan.
No, you got to be man.
Especially if I've been trying to warn a motherfucker for how long, bro? Like,
Shit.
no.
What
I
do you
can't
always
help
say,
it.
Rhonda? We got all the receipts. Go back and we'll list all our podcasts. We got 160 some podcasts. And to go.
And a lot of them telling on what's going on right
Yeah.
now.
This is our third season.
This is our third season. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck,
We're coming up on a
4.
3-year anniversary.
Yeah.
The end of June. June 20,
Yeah, man,
June
so-
25th.
See if we do that podcast in caps or something. That'd be nice.
That'd be a good idea.
That'd
Yeah,
be
that's a good
We
idea.
do a podcast in caps our anniversary.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'll talk to Johnny. Yeah.
yeah, just
Cool.
if you can't share the show, man, check out Caps, man. Again, check out that pizza. That fucking pickle pizza was delicious.
It was fucking
John, man,
good.
thank you so much. We appreciate y'all.
Always
God bless,
appreciate
man.
All right, guys. Stay human.
Love, peace, chicken grease. We out.
We out, baby.